Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Quinton here, and this is tutorial number 48. And in this tutorial, I'm going to speak to you guys about the text area element that you can add into your form. And if you guys don't know what the text area element does, then that is basically that big block of typing space that you can type a whole big message into, say like an email or even a YouTube comment or something like that. So it basically just gives you more space to type something than an actual input type of text. So to get started, let's go ahead and add this text area tag into our page. So text area, if I can spell it correctly, and I think I'm just going to duplicate that, and I'm feeling very lazy at the moment, and put a closing slash in there. Okay, and then I'm going to give this text area an attribute, and you can probably guess which attribute it is. It's going to be the name attribute. And the reason why we give every one of our elements a name is because whenever the user fills data or data, I don't know how you guys like me to say that word, but I say data, and a lot of other people say either data or data. So anyway, whenever the user fills data or data into this text area, we need some way of identifying that data, and we're going to identify that by the name that we're going to give this text area. So I'm going to give this text area a name of story, because I'm going to ask the user to tell me a story. So tell me a story, and I'm going to add a break tag in here for display purposes. But now whenever the user was to visit this web page, we get this question over here, or rather a command, tell me a story, and then the user actually has to tell us a story. Type it in here. Okay, and then I'm going to speak to you guys about two other attributes that we could place into this text area. Okay, and both of them are actually for resizing this text area. So right now you can see we're able to resize it and make it as big as we want, but by default whenever we refresh this, the text area appears to be quite small. So we can make that a lot bigger if we go back to Notepad, and we could add in two other attributes. I'm going to add in an attribute of rows, and I'm going to set that equal to 15. And then I'm also going to add in an attribute of columns, and I'm going to set that equal to, let's say, 60. Okay, and rows are basically how high you want the text area to be, and columns are basically how wide you want the text area to be. But this is not a measurement of pixels, it's actually a measurement of characters. So right now, if we were to take a look at this text area without refreshing the page, I can add in 1, 2, 3. So by default, my amount of rows is 3 rows. And my columns, well, let's go ahead and find that out now. So let's go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. And okay, so that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2. So by default, our amount of columns over here is basically that 10 plus this 10 plus those 2. So 22. Okay, and now we can go ahead and actually refresh this, and you can see it gets a lot bigger, because now we're actually using the rows that we specified here and the columns that we specified here, so we got a lot more space. But you guys can also use CSS to change the width and the height of this text area. So if you guys don't want to use inline attributes like this, then CSS is a much better option actually. So I'm going to go ahead and just save that like that, because that's all we have for this tutorial. And yeah, in the next video I'm going to be speaking to you guys about all sorts of buttons that we can use on our web page, so come back for that. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe. Please feel free to leave a comment, like, and share this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.